So there are countless hours, and I mean hours of going back and forth with this guy next to me. We're finally able to do our first time watching a show on the channel, a movie on the channel, Suits LA, brand new show. One boy, Ginger Preston. He's been editing the videos for the last couple of days. NWN Limit, FYI. What do you put out right now? Exactly, you put out an album, EP, or what?
Right now, I currently have, it would be classified as an album, even though it is more like an EP.
Okay.
But it is out on Spotify. You can look me up. MWN Limit stands for Music with No Limit. I am also on SoundCloud.
There you go. How excited are you to watch Suits LA, brother? Be honest.
I'm pretty excited, especially after all of the effort we put into getting this video.
Oh my god, dude. It's oh wow.
It's been 2 hours actually, almost,
Yeah, literally.
since we started setting this up.
So here's what we're going to do. So basically for this episode reaction, we're going to give it a like goal of what? 5 or 10 likes. What do you think? 5 or 10 likes?
Bro, shoot for the stars. Go for 50.
50? Okay. 50 likes.
50 likes.
And we're gonna do 3 episodes of Suits LA. If we get a lot of good reception and me and Preston both like this show a lot, we'll continue watching it. If not, then we'll stop watching and try something else, okay? Also, before you go ahead, I know people are gonna ask, Ginger, have you watched Suits LA, the original show? The original show.
I've never seen the original Suits show.
Okay. So do you know anything about what we're about to watch, or just a little bit?
I was skimming through the trailer, so I know a little bit, not much at all. I'm coming into this brand new.
Okay. Well, without further ado, let's go to Chrome, go full screen, and when you're ready, brother, let's do this. For the first time ever, Suits LA Season 1, Episode 1, 7 days a week.
Teddy, hey.
Teddy, hey, look, I know you heard.
Mine about testifying.
I left when I was very young. And even though you've murdered people, to risk your life for your daughter.
What is this?
The original arrest report on Tina. That you would testify against Pellegrini. Ever seen?
Teddy, she's just...
Okay, this is a flashback sequence.
Do you know where they'll send her? Tear her to pieces in there. If you just do.
I testify I'm a dead man.
That's what I'm talking about. The willingness to risk your life for her. You're going to testify by the time I'm done. I will arrest your daughter.
Okay. This is all a flashback sequence.
I thought we were friends.
We are friends, Billy. Get back inside before someone...
Oh!
You were having a nightmare. What's the matter?
Here's Down syndrome husband. Fine.
It's like I don't know when I'm dreaming and when I'm not. I don't care if I was.
I don't know about that acting, but...
You want me to make us some breakfast? Something reminding you of the old days.
Pancakes.
Okay. It's charming.
Feeling like I'm back home. Lady love don't leave me.
There he is.
Lester Thompson's just been arrested for murder.
Cancel my morning and get me that arrest report. Partner from M&A to divorce wanting to know what's going on with the merger, and Ted hasn't responded yet. Tell the partners I'll know if we're a go or not by tonight. Press finds out, this is going to be O.J. Simpson all over again. Yeah, call Lester's wife, Valerie. Tell her to meet me at the bank.
I like the way this looks. Let me guess, VJ comes into shots. Victoria Justice.
Knew it.
So you're the mighty...
And you're Warner Brothers' newest action star. Dylan, I took on the worst mobs in New York. If I can do that to them, imagine what I can do for you. Dylan, you play a badass in the movies. I'm a badass in real life.
Are we gonna fight?
We're gonna dance.
What's that?
The new deal I got you from Warner Brothers. Impression that I do, so why don't you take a look at the number?
Okay.
How did you do this?
What I miss? Dylan coming to the conclusion that she's our newest client.
What happens tomorrow after your merger?
You told her? Of course I did. If we're so
He also told me that you have the attention of a flea.
One condition. You sign right now. I don't care what she has. This happens now or it doesn't happen. This isn't how we treat our clients. From any deal, at any time, this world comes from.
Yep.
So, when I get there, if this is signed, I will kill for you for the rest of your life. I'll never think about you again.
So far, here are my quick initial thoughts before you meet all the rest of the characters, okay? So, Ted is obviously Harvey. We all suspected that. And, of course, the other guy is Mike. So, I'm assuming this guy has something happen to him in the past that has him reliving this nightmare, if you will, this bad dream. The question I have is, Victoria Just's character going to be a recurring role or just a special guest in this one episode? What do you think?
I think she's going to be a recurring role personally. I see her being a either main character or a heavy scene side character.
Yeah, you know what I think they're doing? I think that Ted and the other guy are playing good cop, bad cop. So how do you feel about the show? How does it look to you? Characters.
I like the soundtrack. When it comes to Victoria Justice,
Yeah.
facial expressions are very good. The other two men are comedic, which is great for a show like this. You want comedy in it.
Yeah.
You don't want it to be bland.
I,
When it comes to video production, everything looks pretty good. So far, I don't have many complaints.
I'm about to say it looks well shot too. Very, very nice production design, everything. I can tell you this much. I have a prediction that this episode will leave us on a cliffhanger. Okay?
Ted, you were late. I started sec there when she asks me about the merger. Okay, I say that from even putting the contract down. You don't think that was too much?
I knew it.
Instead of me is the best decision she'll ever make.
Yes.
Wait a minute.
I knew it. Bad cop, good cop.
You just said, I just said what you just said. I do.
This show is going to be good. There she is.
Second your hand at the door. How'd it go?
Wow.
Donna.
Come along.
You are a class act. You know that? It's what I do. Speaking of which...
No, we have been over this. Rick gets the bump.
Rick gets bumped. Oh, no.
As good a lawyer as you, and he's a better manager.
Oh, she's not a secretary.
I will make you head of the department.
If I were a man, would you be saying the same thing? Seconds of
I
self-reflection.
didn't really see that happen.
Dylan Pryor just signed.
And there you have it. My left ball lives to fight another day.
Dang, I'm right.
We didn't have anything on the books. You want me to grab Ted?
No.
Nah, he wants you.
Roslyn said he's not to be disturbed. Talk to you alone.
What can I do for you?
Represent Hypnotic, right?
15 years younger than you are.
That's why I want you and not Ted.
Okay.
I need you to get me an audition.
That's not gonna happen. We're not agents.
How about say?
Pick up the phone, I don't get an audition.
Things, once you start begging for work, you're not gonna get a job again.
I am not begging for anything. So I can still get the job done.
You gotta take it up with Ted. I can't go behind his back.
Yep.
Chance to show I can still get the job done. I know he's looking out for me. Go down swinging and waiting for the damn phone to ring.
I'll talk to him.
I want to know why it was you who came down here and not...
Yeah, you're producing
I know what
deals.
Ted does.
Explain something to you. They're saying a lot of very specific things happened last night.
What, and I
Okay.
killed my partner in my own backyard? Why would I do that?
This is shot so well, by the way. Just saying.
And all of a sudden, he shoots himself.
Is exactly what happened. We're shooting.
No one's gonna buy that. In the middle of nowhere.
Then come to me, a goddamn witness.
But go with self-defense. The odds of acquittal are 80%.
I didn't get where I am settling for 80, so find me a witness, because I didn't do this.
Okay. To LA. There we go. Intro song. Nope. There goes credits for the intro.
Grinding away as usual, Rick.
For them.
I thought the work was signing them.
I guess we'll see where we both are.
It's where we're both going to be this time next week. Me.
You being on top of me, it's never gonna happen.
We'll see about that, Ricky. There's something else.
Why does she remind Rachel so much? I don't know why.
Your father's in hospice.
Uh-oh.
He has 3 days to live.
I know. Tell him to call me when he's dead.
Ted, I know what he did.
Sam as Harvey both have father issues.
Don't forgive him.
Rosalind, I don't want to hear it. Then I've got a very big day, so no interruptions.
Doesn't want to face it.
My son gets blown up, you think I'm not gonna come running?
I know you're here to weasel your way back into my life right now.
I'm here to offer you a job.
That I would ever forgive you for abandoning us.
Teddy, you could have died today. Say you went to law school to make me notice. And I did.
Fair point.
You've been putting in your time here, but I will make you a partner on...
I wouldn't have kids and then decide to trade it up. I don't sell my soul defending criminals and up to the front of the goddamn line.
Shouldn't have left you to your mother. Made you weak.
Ted, got a minute? It's kind of important.
The promotion I told you not before we merge.
And you want to be the fastest ever to be head of entertainment. It's a weight around your neck instead of me earning.
You're scared of Erica.
Call him out for it.
I told you that she's better in the room than being the head of entertainment is about now. Do you trust me or not?
But things you said would happen haven't happened.
For their birthday.
This isn't a toy.
To the front of the goddamn line.
Put him in his place.
John Amos was in here before. I told him if you wouldn't get him an audition, I would.
Goes Harvey in the picture.
I take it you also know that John Amos is waiting on a call from you.
Tell him that I'm up to my eyeballs. He's been with us since the beginning. He'll understand. Anything else?
Yes. Take it easy on Rick.
So number one, In my opinion, it feels like there's too much happening in the very beginning of this episode that makes sense.
Yes.
Too
I
much.
keep on finding myself zoning out because there's just so much going on at once that's hard to keep up.
Like I think this show is just like constant drama piling up, constant tension, constant this, constant. I don't like that. I'll be honest. I don't care for that too much. I want to just meet the characters one on one, kind of see what their journeys are. Because I remember, not trying to reference too much, but episode 1 of Suits, we meet Harvey. He aces a client. We meet Mike, and that all flows very, very nicely. We meet all the characters, but there's just so much drama going on, bro. Like let's just get the chemistry time, you know?
See, for me, the parts that I've paid the most attention to is when Victoria Justice was introduced.
Yeah.
When his father, the backstory was introduced, as well as he started getting upset about him trying to be at the top of the chain and skip everybody in the office. Those are the 3 parts I've paid the most attention to. The rest of it just feels like it was put there for the episode to run smooth.
Like so far, Ted I like, Rick okay, Erica don't know about, and the other guy okay. All right, but like I said, we're only 11 minutes in. Let's continue. Okay, you ready?
I haven't seen you all week. Didn't stop me from waiting till the last minute, though, did it?
I don't really use my left hand anymore, so.
I'm all in on the merger.
Okay, the merger is gonna be good.
And I want you to know why.
Come on, Ted, you don't have to.
We went at it, and I said some crappy things about criminal defense. This is how I want to make it up to you.
Hey,
Okay.
you apologized. Something you rarely do, so when you do it,
Stuart, you said do.
because we're about to be the largest firm in the city.
Yeah.
You ready to sign this bad boy?
There we go. Let's do this.
You know what I just realized today is?
What is today?
Of course.
15 years to the day since I came out here and moved in with you. Well, enjoy the quiet, my friend, because in 2 weeks, Samantha's entire firm is moving in.
Who's Samantha, I wonder?
Hey, what do you say we go out and celebrate this thing tonight?
Waldorf at 8.
Put the reservation under your name? Padidiot? Stu Padidiot?
Is Samantha from Suits the original one, or is it a new character, I wonder?
Hi, Rick.
You see what I'm doing?
Is it something I could help you with?
It's the one thing I do for myself. Now is that time, and you should know this because there's a huge sign on the door that says it.
The sign says knock, I'm available.
Henderson is such a douche.
Yeah.
Never gonna make the playoffs anyway.
Is she associate or what?
And before you ask, it's not because you're getting the promotion. I
Yeah,
just
it
think
is.
that your leadership style is...
I'm gonna have to stop you right.
I work for Erica, but she takes me for granted.
I get it.
But why is it his problem?
Is personality challenged, shall we say?
Yeah.
Right? If you have a problem with her, the place to go is to her.
Damn right.
Listen.
Well, listen when they don't want to. That's part of being a lawyer. And if you can't have a difficult conversation with your own team, how are you gonna have one with an adversary?
Facts. Good line. Good line.
No. Can you take that sign down and give it to Henderson, please?
There's another one too. She just left it, unfortunately.
Are you kidding me?
Lester?
I am not putting my life in that man's hands. You are taking my case. I don't want to hear another word about it. I don't think anything, Ted. I know it.
People in prison. I hate the idea of getting them out.
I'm begging you.
Stuart lives for this. He is the man for the
I
job.
cannot go with someone who doesn't believe me.
Listen to me. He's the best defense attorney in the
Stick up your boy.
Now, do you trust
Back
me
a boy up,
or
trust.
All right, Ted. I trust you.
I came up with it. It was your... I didn't say that I wasn't involved. Oh, no. No. It's never apologized to him, did you? Discuss it later.
Nah, not gonna show Clooney, are they?
He just dropped $1 billion.
Is he gone?
Wait a second. Starting another nonprofit.
Oh my god, they're making jokes about him already.
I needed it. I gotta swing back by the office.
Let's go to Jones. One drink at the old hangout.
How much money you got?
Tens of dollars.
Yeah.
Yes.
Check.
They have good chemistry. They do. Okay.
Are you drunk?
Very.
Something's gonna happen, watch. Something dramatic.
Were you celebrating?
I wanted to go out and take my mind off that last year, thinking about it. Samantha, the way she... Kevin.
Okay.
Sorry I didn't call.
And he passes out. Flashback.
Ted, what happened? Are you all
I'm
right?
fine. Near an explosion, but it looks a lot worse.
So his new character got it.
And I'm still coming to your client's thing tonight. Let me talk to Kevin. I'll see you tonight.
Listen, we gotta talk about how to handle it if Billy doesn't make it.
Handle what? I stuck my neck out for this case and break up with Samantha and become a DA in Scranton.
Nothing.
Sorry, I don't mean to crap on Ray. Scranton's a suckhole.
You're a suckhole. Mr. Black, afraid the shock was too much for him.
Oh.
All right, look, Teddy,
You shut up, I need to think.
case is already gone.
How many people know he's dead?
It's 2 nurses in the room.
The public doesn't know.
Act like he's still fighting.
What? I can't do that. Listen to me. A year of my life trying to put away the man who murdered the patient you just lost. There's gonna be 100 more just like him. You have one day.
Why would you listen to Ted for it? My question.
If it doesn't land you in prison.
I'm not gonna have Billy die for nothing.
Because in 24 hours,
I am not losing this case.
The entire 25th floor is gone.
It was Stewart, wasn't it?
You couldn't have seen it come. Every senior member of every department except sports to think about. We need to file an injunction.
If we do that, the entire town will know we're weak. We will be dead in a year.
And if we can't stop the bleeding, we'll be dead in a month.
I'm not losing my firm. We absolutely cannot afford to lose.
Easy.
Sign contracts from every client by the end of the day.
Wait, so his boys
Where are you going?
took him out?
Johnson and Riley back before the entire town knows they're gone.
Stuart left. Bon voyage, Stuart.
Because I don't know who you are.
Amanda Stevens.
Rick will catch you up. Today you're helping us close client, or I will fire you on the spot.
I run an office here so that I can have a nice address and you can pretend you actually serve your community. Work for you?
I will give you $100,000. Everyone needs money.
They do. Side, so I happen to be worth an ungodly amount of money.
You don't dress like it.
Dang. Stuck up much, aren't you?
Son of a bitch, you set me up to get me out of the office.
Do you want to say any thoughts before we
Yeah,
start?
yeah, for sure. So far, to me, this feels more like a finale than an intro to a show, if I'm being honest. A lot's happening all at once. I'm not a fan of the pacing of this show at all, to be fair. I'm not really a fan of it at all. It just feels like I just clicked on the finale of Suits LA, not the intro of the pilots.
For me, I agree and disagree because I think it's a very strong intro and it's very engaging, but I do see where you're coming from, as well as the guy that's on the screen right now to the right. I'm not sure his name, but he is probably one of my favorite characters.
Okay. That's good to hear.
I had other notes. You know what I need to start doing, and you as well, is we need like a notepad to like write down thoughts and stuff.
Yeah.
For me, I have a bad memory. But
Wish I could say the same.
I will say my favorite character, woman-wise, is probably the last woman we saw.
Yeah, for sure. I
That's
think
really all I have.
so basically to summarize everything so far, the plots, Ted Black had a law firm in another part of the city or something, or wherever it was at, hung that out to dry, so his buddy Stewart decided to do the same thing to him just now. I just don't think that the impact of that decision, that reveal, pays off well in this episode, because it's still brand new information to us. Like, if it was a thing where we knew the two characters for a couple episodes, and then we knew who was planning it, and then we saw Ted's reaction, that'd be better, if that makes sense. But because of the fact that we're just now learning these two characters, like him betraying Ted or him throwing Ted out to dry, doesn't impact me. I'm like, I don't care. I just met y'all. I don't know what y'all's history is. Y'all seem cool one minute, now you want to throw him under the bus. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I like it how basically Ted Black is basically Harvey. That's the best way to describe him. But like less charismatic though.
I'll say the main character, he is definitely very strong-minded, and if things don't go his way, then he will throw a big fit.
Oh, there we go. Should have done that beforehand. Let me ask this question before we get to the finale. And this might be too early to ask you now. Do you see yourself watching this again in the future or no?
We'll see how the rest of episode 1 goes.
Yeah, for sure.
I've been into crime shows like Psych, for example, because of the comedy aspect. But when it comes to like CSI and I don't know, any show related.
Yeah.
I've never really been interested. I didn't even know this show was about lawyers until they mentioned it in the episode.
Yeah.
By Suits LA, I don't know what I thought. I guess I thought it was just like them
Some
in an
superhero show or
office.
something?
Well, I thought it was like them in an office or something.
Out of the office.
Now you know what it felt like last year when you hung me out to dry.
For 10 years.
You said you were a lion and I was a flea.
It was a negotiating
Tactic to get more.
This firm would be nothing without me.
Criminal defense and everything else came from there. Because you don't respect what I do. Well, we'll see who's more important, because you signed an agreement giving me the right to take everyone with me. Be here with papers right now. What is it you really want?
Stuart.
You know what I think of LitFact started their own firm? It'd be called Lazy, Fat, and Stupid. If I could fire them today, I would, but I need their clients. Those were your words 6 months ago. Well, now I need their clients, so go ahead, sue. But I know the real reason you left New York. If you sue, the whole thing comes out.
Of course, blackmail.
Now get out of my face. I got work to do. If they ever left and started their own firm,
Ah, classic.
but I need their clients.
I don't know what to say. You don't need to say clients on board and sign papers with us by the end.
Smart tactic, I'll be honest.
Give me Angela Perkins in 2 minutes. Tell her it's important. Boy pants on.
I have a proposition for you. 6 months, then I name you head of entertainment.
Who says I won't be head of entertainment?
I will never promote you over Rick.
But what you can't do right now, Ted has been loyal to you for 10 years.
Should back out of the fight for head of entertainment. Gives us the best shot at working together after I get it.
Get the hell out of my office.
No. He doesn't need long-term thinkers anymore. He needs first responders.
Oh, you want to have it out?
You bet your ass I'd.
You're in a fight between your skills and mine, but the fight is between what's in your heart and mine.
As much passion in my pinky as you do in your entire body.
Yeah. You pick a side before you know who's going to win. Until you figure that out, you're nothing.
You will never be him, Rick. You don't have what it takes.
Okay.
They'll never trust you.
They'll make up eventually. There's a lot of drama this episode. My God. Woo! Steamy, this one.
Locking down my clients.
Good.
Come again?
I don't care if you step on toes. And says you can, whether they're yours or not.
Even Rick's.
Even Rick's. What's on your mind, Eric? How many times do I have to tell you this? I promise.
Chance, you just asked me to shore up.
I mean the guy, like he does every morning, and because of that, Your primary concern seems to be leveraging me into a...
So what's it gonna be? Yes or no?
Promise you will learn that closing clients isn't everything.
Okay. So far, the show is waiting me over.
What happened? I just wasted 2 hours. Sanctions.
You did have a thing.
I was just being cute.
I think that you enjoyed saying no to me.
You realize that you have nothing I need does come with a certain deep satisfaction.
What sort of cases do you primarily handle?
Mostly criminal defense.
How do you live with yourself knowing that...
Because everyone deserves someone to fight for them. Broke into a house because he doesn't know any other way. I've heard what's going on between you and Stuart. Once you do it, there's no going back.
Unsolicited pieces of advice.
Sure. I dress this way so no one sees me coming outside of work, however.
Do I need to tell HR about this conversation?
You would, except you keep forgetting. I don't work for you.
In fact, Johnson and Riley are back in the fold and grateful as hell.
Rick, about yesterday, I shouldn't have spoken to you that way. I was out of line.
Okay.
We good? Because I've made a decision.
You're making Erica and me co-heads of entertainment. Because if I were you, I'd do the same thing.
In that case, what else would you do if you were me?
Because as soon as we lock them down, you're letting him go.
Stupid ass.
I want to do more. You have me set up the meetings and do the work secretary and not a lawyer, which I am. It's not the day. You look good, so either put me up for senior associate or I'll find someone here who will.
Finally doing what she needs to do. Stand up business.
Why? Because I am willing to go to bat for you for another 6 months.
Did you leave the city? Don't want to work with me, but...
It says, so far, how you feeling?
Okay, so a few things. I'm not sure if it's just the show or if in real life lawyers happen to be this way, but they all seem to be kind of cocky. As well as I'm curious if that guy was smoking weed or a cigar.
Cigar.
Okay, I figured it was a cigar, but he said at least have this like it was weed or something. But what else? I think I had some other thoughts, but that's all I can think of right now.
All right.
I need you to drop Stuart and hire me.
You kidding me? I begged you. Hated the idea of keeping people out of prison. Better man for the job. You said he was the best criminal defense turning into...
Did you believe me? And if you did, then I can convince anyone of anything because there is nothing in this world Stuart Lane is better at than me. Lester, he doesn't believe you. I do. You admit that you shot Simon. They will never buy self-defense.
You know, I do. It's just...
You're afraid, okay? And I'm not going to sugarcoat it. You can go with Kirk Cousins or Patrick Mahomes.
You ever gonna call John Amos back?
I told Rick that we would call him tomorrow morning together.
But Leah Power's in there.
Who's Leah Power?
She works for Erica, and from the look on her face, you're gonna want to find out why she's in there.
Leah!
Know who I am?
Of course I do. But I've had a very long day, so...
I have information that in the current environment, I think.
What do you want?
Erica's secretly working for Stuart.
Bang!
Oh, I got something I need to say.
Go for it. God dang. That was a bomb drop.
I'm not gonna lie, I have a crush on that Asian. She's just so cute. She's just very like sensitive. It's very interesting. She has a different character arc than everyone else.
Yeah.
She's not as much of like a
stuck
lawyer
up
personality.
She's not stuck up and
or
confident. Yeah.
Yeah, she's not like that. She's kind of laid down a little bit, laid low.
I forgot. What we thinking?
I am having trouble focusing. I keep on, like I said earlier, it's like the show's very engaging at one point, and then there's another point where it's just like, I don't really care.
I will say that it was kind of, to me personally, writing wise, I feel like they should have easily built that up. Like that reveal was too soon. It didn't have no meat to it, nothing else. You know, like I don't know, like that was the cool reveal, but like there should have been tension building because the whole point of the show, like a drama series. Okay, let's just build up the tension, build up everything, and then one episode, everything comes out at once. You know what I'm saying?
I think that the problem the show is having is and it is just episode 1, but the problem the show is having is I'm not seeing enough of crime fighting as much as I am seeing conversions of people just talking. And I would like to see more of them actually doing justice and, showing some more of like pretty much the guy who's smoking the cigar, more of that.
Yeah. We'll see more of the cases than just the people, than the drama and stuff.
100%. I'm not a huge fan of drama shows. I will say that right now. But I mean, this one is like, I don't know, so far I'd rate it like a 5 or 6 out of 10.
We're near the end of the episode. Give me your prediction. What happens at the end of this episode? What happens? I think that Erica here walks out. It goes to Stuart. Or
what are you eating right now?
Cheez-Its. I think that Ted gives her the good news, but says that she can't work for Stuart. Like, I mean, I'm happy to know the reveal, but my God, that was too soon. I don't know. Like, that didn't have as much of a payoff as I wish it would have. You know, I think this episode, the pacing is just too fast. It feels super knee-jerk to me. It feels like I'm on a roller coaster, and like first 2 seconds smooth, the rest of the ride just boom, 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 boom. You know, excuse me.
I like that analogy.
And it's like you get slow moments of going down and up, a smooth little bit ride, and then boom, 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 boom. It's like, let's stop with the drama and just meet the characters and simmer down. You know, we've had a few good moments, but just more, just too much thunder and lightning. I need more just rain going on, you know?
You think if I was gonna leave, I'd trust anyone with that information, let alone Leah?
You set her up. No, I don't believe you. Or you're playing both of us until you...
Busting my ass for you. And I haven't gone to Stuart, but I should. For me to betray you, then he also asked for...
Fair. Oh,
I know this isn't going to be easy for you.
no.
It's not because of Erica's promotion. When I said you were going to fire Greg Litvak, the man left to provide for his family, not to screw you. Lester, you're taking on something you despise just to save your firm.
Dang.
I wanted to be. I don't anymore. And I have to leave before I forget that.
This is what I was afraid of.
John, I know that you spoke to Rick about the audition. I can still make that happen.
You think I'm here about that? It's what happened after you...
what?
Because your father's dying.
I'm not off anything.
Ted, what's done is done. You need to see your father and forgive him.
What I need, Mother.
Do I need to spell it out for you? Your father at work. You did it with Stuart? You think the dynamic has anything to do with age?
You think you know me? Because you took a few acting classes.
You don't make it right.
He does not get to be forgiven.
You're doing it for yourself.
I don't know about that. The subplot with his father just feels super empty to me.
I was wondering how long it would take you to show up here.
My father's dying.
Leah, you were leaving to test Ted. You really are smarter than all of them.
Not wiser than you.
Of course, I think you should.
Of course I do. That's why I'm...
You're not here for that. Here for me to remind you that you have worked harder to get where you are than anyone else. And you don't owe either one of these two a damn thing.
Stop trying to be loyal to them and to be loyal to yourself.
And you don't betray your brother.
You can't just treat people how you do and think they'll see deep down you're this noble creature. Not enough to jeopardize my firm.
I'm gonna come after you with everything I've got.
Then come and get it.
This is about New York.
Because what your father did, it broke you. You still don't seem like you want to fix it.
There's so much bone and not enough meat.
Okay, I'm here.
I want to know why you stuck with me instead of going with Stuart.
You want to know if you can trust me?
Yeah, obviously.
Well, the main reason here, I overheard a conversation between you and Stuart. He wanted to only give me diverse clients. Well, if I knew she could only close people of color and then throw her in the deep end, she sinks or swims. But then you said,
Lay 100 to 1, and I do it 7 days a week.
you have a lot of flaws, but you see me for who I am.
Starting Monday, you're the new head of entertainment.
You think it was going to be that easy?
I was hoping.
You were dreaming.
Let's get to it because I have a plane to catch.
Partner,
That's a lot to ask.
you're about to have your hands clients, so I don't think that's much to ask at all. If you could still have Rick here instead of me, would you?
I would.
Then I guess I'll have to change your mind.
You said the story was the main reason you stayed.
Said that sometimes you have to pick a side before you know who's going to win. And if I'm picking between you and Stuart Blaine, I'm picking you dead
Good
7
moment.
days a week and twice on Sunday.
Good moment.
Everything's better when you're drinking you. Hey, what's going on?
Dad left because of me.
Dad leaving has nothing to do with you.
Is this supposed to be a father and son, or a son his friend?
You're not one of them. I love you too, Eddie.
Oh, that was it. That was such a weird scene. That was so weird. Okay, let's pause.
I'm confused.
I'm so confused. Like, what?
Was it the, wait, hold on. Was he having a flashback?
That was a flashback, but that was Ted and Eddie. I don't understand that scene.
How would his age? I don't get how the age works there.
Like, Eddie is the same age, and then when they showed the boy and they showed Ted's face. So I'm assuming that's Ted and Eddie, but I don't like, no, that can't be the thing. That had to be someone else.
But
Maybe
it made it seem like what happened was he had a flashback of the scenario, but who's the kid with Down syndrome? That's Eddie.
Yeah.
He is the same age as he is.
Yeah. I know.
But his age is different.
I know. I don't understand it. But let's talk about Erica. All right. So she's stuck with Ted, which makes sense because you have to have one on each side. I still think there's not enough meat on this bone. I'm gonna lie to you. Not enough meat. There's just too much trying to mix in too many flavors into this episode. There's so much going on with not enough substance behind it.
And there was points earlier, I meant to say this way earlier, like 10 minutes earlier. But I believe there are some scenes where it feels as if the actors and actresses seem to be either trying to think of their line or they're reading the script.
Yeah.
And that's not a very good thing to put in the first episode of a show.
Yeah. Like I said, so far, I hate to say this much. As far as am I impressed by Suits LA? No, I'm not. I'm not unfortunately impressed. There's just too much going on. You know, we have like 6 to 7 different subplots going on. By the way, real quickly, I want to mention this right now. Rest in peace to John Amos, who did pass away last year. Okay? Like the 4th time I saw him, I was like, oh yeah, he passed away last year. So I want to say that right now. Rest in peace to him, you know. But I don't know. It's just like I can see people in my like, oh, like I'm happy that there's a lot going on. Oh.
Let me take advantage of it. Well, not anymore, Erica, because Erica, what are you doing here?
I'm not leaving Ted, and now I know I can't trust you.
Depends on if you want to hit the reset button. You said you couldn't trust me.
I've been thinking about trust. Sometimes you have to give it to get it.
Their way to making up. Their way of making up.
Teddy.
I need your help with the case.
Teddy, I can't say I didn't love working with you because I did. It blew up my career.
Your career wasn't the only one that blew up. Producer killed his partner.
Did he do it?
And everyone deserves somebody who will fight for them. Mary Poppins?
That Poppins chick wasn't so innocent either. Listen, Teddy, I got to do a lot of crappy things. Isn't one of them.
Then forget the money.
As soon as I knew, don't you put that on me.
I'm not. This is our chance to make it right.
I want 200 grand.
No can do. Not a penny less.
Cocky now that you have money, aren't you? Oh. Why you got to be that way?
Oh, 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 That does not look real at all.
Hey, Dad.
I've had someone in hospice. That's not how it looks.
Stupid question, I know.
Then again, I don't know what's going on with the dad. What his diagnosis is.
It was the Yankees game. I was 13 and he was 17.
He's dead already.
You didn't want him there, but you hid that from him. You know, it was the greatest day of his life. Picture of us and had it framed, so thank you for that.
I don't even understand what I'm talking about.
Then after you got convicted, you told me that on your last night of freedom, all you wanted to do was spend it with me.
Oh, was that two brothers? I don't know.
But when that day came, you let them kill Eddie, beautiful brother who never hurt a soul in his life. And you said you did it to protect me, but you didn't even show up at his funeral.
I'm so confused.
He was your son. I'm gonna make it up to you, Ted. I'm gonna make it up to you. I'm gonna make it up to you. You'll make it up to me now. You're gonna die alone.
Lovely. I'm so confused. I'm sorry. Opens his eyes, moves, nothing. Cool, okay, got it.
Don't look at me, Your Honor. I didn't ask.
Well, then who the hell did?
That would be me, Your Honor. Have a motion to substitute counsel.
You know he can't stand doing this, right?
Mr. Lane.
If he wants it, he can have it, Your Honor.
Mr. Thompson, you've been charged with murder in the first degree.
My client pleads not guilty because he didn't do it.
You're both gonna regret this.
This case, and I'm sure as hell not gonna start. I have some of yours too.
I was dying.
That felt so anticlimactic. Where's the proof? Where's the evidence? Where's the wit? Like, we gotta talk about that. That was not how it's done in the courtroom. That, like, I don't know. What do you think, Preston? What do you think, G?
Say it one more time.
That was so. I don't know why. That was terrible. Terrible execution. Like, you just pull it up, became his lawyer, plead not guilty, and then just walked out. Like you saved the day. That's a court hearing. You don't just do that in real life. This might be a little fictional, but even in the Suits show itself, the original show, that'd be a 10-minute sequence of then going back and forth with the jury. The jury would then find him not guilty. It's not a lawyer. A lawyer can say whatever they want. They can say, oh, he's not guilty. But guess what? A jury would then go and decide that. That's how a court system works. What the fudge was that scene?
So is this show supposed to be about him? Or is this show supposed to be diverse? Because I'm confused.
It's supposed to be. I think it's supposed to be about him. I'm not sure, but like, see what the father made no sense to be, because I guess Eddie's dead. Eddie's dead. I guess the kid we've been seeing, the Down syndrome kid. No disrespect to him. He's dead. I guess. Which I'm like, wait, what? In modern time, like I don't know. This show is confusing the fudge out of me. But that.
I didn't know he was dead.
He just said in the reveal with his father that you basically let Eddie get killed. Basically his father didn't want Eddie, he wanted Ted the whole time, and then on one night that they were all together, his father, before he got convicted for whatever reason, he allowed Eddie, his other son, to get killed. Basically, I think from what I understand, it was Eddie, Ted, and his father, and Ted's father was about to go to jail. So on the last day of freedom, they go to a Yankees game, spend time together. And then as the next day comes, it said Ted, the one being screwed over, dying. Or no, it was a house explosion. I think the house explosion. I don't know. Because there's just...
I mean, I agree when it comes to the court case scenario. That was weird.
That was terrible. That was awful.
I mean, maybe I cut like further into the court case and maybe more went on before that. But it was still interesting how he just kind of walked in, like you said, and became the hero.
That was a terrible execution, because he just walks in. I'm the lawyer. How do you plead? Not guilty, Your Honor. He didn't do it, and just says, "Oh, I know your secrets," and walks out. That's not how you write a scene for a lawyer, you idiots.
I will say I don't have a crush on that Asian anymore. After she just like behind the woman's back started saying stuff, I was like, bro.
like I said. As a lawyer show specifically, especially if you watch Suits, this ain't doing it for me. I'm sorry. This is not doing it for me. There's so many things I understand. Like, okay, in the very beginning, he goes to this guy's house, an explosion happens. We see Ted with the younger guy, who I thought maybe was his son or brother. When you reference now Eddie, we have this whole thing with his father, which we don't know nothing about. Whoever wrote this thing needs to be fired. I'm sorry. This is terribly written in my eyes. But let's continue at 41 and 49. and then we'll get our final thoughts. Okay.
And one more thing for the editor, I want to make a note. When I mute my mic, if you can somehow lower the brightness specifically on the red, that would be appreciated. I feel like it's too bright.
All right, ready? Okay, whose house is he at now? Whose house is he at?
After midnight conversations,
There he is again. Eddie?
I don't want to, you saved my
You gonna work today?
Not today, Eddie.
He just said Eddie in the funeral scene with his daughter.
I spent the day with you.
Unless what it is, that Eddie is just his imagination, not really there with him. I don't know. Oh my god, are you serious? Okay. Alright, let's get the credits. Alright, there's another part. Erica, partner. Got what you want. 7 days a week and twice on a Sunday. Pause. Let's go for it.
Bro.
That was terrible. That was terrible.
I'm not gonna lie. That actually almost made me cry. I'm in tears.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, going back to thinking of when you lost somebody, it really like hits you hard.
I'm so sorry. I hate to say this now. I'm not even trying to be a meanie guy or whatever. That was terribly executed. Because there was no reason or like, there's no way of us knowing the audience that Eddie was never there the whole time. I thought he was there the whole time. I'll be honest. And the scene with him, with the Eddie and his younger self, it did look good all to me because I'm like, hey, Eddie is the same age in that scene as he is in this scene.
Mm-hmm.
He's not younger. You're supposed to de-age the actors for a flashback sequence. Overall, if I had to give this a score, I'll give this a 4 out of 10.
If I'm being honest, I think the reason they did that, because it's making sense now, is since he has passed away, they're just showing a reflection of what he looked like.
Yeah, but I'm saying like, hey, when Eddie's in the flashback sequence with the younger Ted Black, change the actor.
He probably passed away when he was young.
He looks old enough in the show.
But in the photo at the end, it does show them being young. So I think Eddie did pass when he was younger.
Yeah, I see your point, but yeah, this show writing wise is terrible. I'm sorry.
I'll say I didn't start getting, like you said earlier, it's like a roller coaster. You get very engaged, and then out of nowhere, you're just like, what is happening? You start to zone out, and then you come back, and you're like, what did I just miss? It's just, it is the first episode. Maybe the second episode gets better.
I hear you though.
Because I have seen a lot of shows where the first episode / season usually isn't as good as later on. So I would be willing to maybe give like another episode a chance.
Okay.
But overall, this usually isn't my type of show. I'm going to be honest. It would be very hard for me to just sit here alone and watch it.
Okay.
But watching it with friends, family, significant other, maybe you'll enjoy it just to kind of like throw some jokes out there and just to have some fun with it. But as a show in itself, like you said what, 4 out of 10?
4 out of 10. I wouldn't recommend it. I wouldn't recommend you watch this right now.
I give it like 1 more point than you, like a 5 out of 10.
What's your favorite parts? I want to point out right now. Excuse me. I don't understand why Erica, for some reason, decided to try to be nice to Leah now. I don't understand. Like, there's so much of this episode that has no meat to it. It's just so much bone sticking out. Like I said, it just feels like I'm watching the finale or the mid-season finale of a show, not the introduction to the show. If that makes sense to you. Which really,
yeah, it does feel like a finale.
It just, so much is happening. Like I said, that lawyer scene, the one lawyer scene we get in this whole episode, terrible. Absolutely
And
Terrible.
it's not a good sign if you hear me audibly yawning, as well as during the video, you may have seen me just like kind of going like,
Yeah.
that's not a good sign from watching it as a viewer.
I don't know. This show to me, I wouldn't even give it the rest of the episodes. I would have just said straight up, like, if I was the one in charge of this show right now, I would say can it for right now and rewrite it again completely. Completely rewrite it. Because even with the father seed, I don't know if you feel this way about me, the same as me, right? The father seed felt so empty. There's nothing to it. It felt super bland. Like he walks in the room, the dad's not responding to him. That looks dead in the spot. I ain't gonna lie. That looks dead.
That made me laugh when you said that. I was like,
Like that's
like,
not how hospice is. I've had someone in hospice, and normally, like number one, the scene would work better if me and the person in hospice were talking back and forth and getting emotional and showing what's happening. Instead, tell me what's going on in the past. Show me the memory of them at the Yankees game. Show me, his dad, his brother dying, and then show me him walking out and crying. That's how you build emotion in an episode.
it would have been cool if they did an effect like in Harry Potter where it shows the photo frame and it shows the picture moving.
Because, like, to be honest, Eddie being revealed at the end as just a figment of his imagination did nothing for me. Did nothing. And I'm being honest. I was like, I don't care. I literally figured that out. You heard me. I figured it out before it was revealed. I was like, okay, he's a figment. He's actually dead. It's just Ted thinking about him all the time. So, like I said, if this video gets 50 likes and a lot of love, we will definitely do an episode 2 reaction 100%.
Make sure you leave a comment as well. We would love your feedback.
Absolutely. Please give us your thoughts. Tell me, Cash, it's weekend. What are you talking about? Same for Go for Ginger. You're like, no, Cash. 100% feel you. This show is off its rocker already. I honestly could not.
Let's try to get us up to 1,000 subscribers.
Can you imagine that? That'd be awesome.
Hey, who knows? Maybe this will be a banger.
Who's your favorite character? You can't say Ted Black.
My favorite character, I mean, the characters kept developing. It was like I loved one character, and then all of a sudden they would do something where I immediately was like, I don't like them anymore. So,
Yeah.
I mean, who's the main character again?
It's Ted Black, Rick, Stewart, and Erica. It also, not to cut you off, and I apologize, I just want to say this real quick note. I don't understand how they portray Rick to be Ted's brother, best friend, loyal, everything servant. And then for some reason, this episode, he just decides to just switch and go somewhere else. That felt so, that was like, I don't understand this. Like, okay, you're not trying to be like him anymore, but why did the lead join the other side?
I think so. To answer your question earlier, I believe that my favorite character, even though you told me not to say it, is probably Ted, because to be honest, he's the only one that has what's the word? He has
his development.
I mean, there's that. He's just
background.
A very stable character.
Yeah.
It's just he doesn't really change much.
Yeah.
As well as Eddie. I liked Eddie.
You know what I also love too? Sorry, I don't know you cut you off. Why did you hire this guy? I don't remember his name. I apologize. The guy that Ted goes to charge him $4,000. The other attorney, right? Why charge him or try to use that scene in this episode if we're not going to even find out what the reveal or the effect of the episode was? Right, that scene. You go to this guy, need your help. I have a case. Blah 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 blah. Right, and then he just walks into the courtroom by himself. Doesn't have anything with him. Doesn't have the guy with him. It just says he's innocent. He is not guilty. Nothing. No information was given. We don't even know. I mean, we know the guy killed his producer or something, but that's it.
Yeah, all we really know is he killed somebody.
Allegedly.
He's trying to get him off the case. Yeah, allegedly. We don't know for sure. Maybe in episode 2 or 3,
I hope
they'll show a backflash or something to give us more detail.
Quick question for you. We're at 1 hour and 32 minutes. Do you want to take 1 minute to react to the promo for next episode or no?
Wait, say that again?
The episode 2 promo is out.
Oh, you want to react to the
just a promo. It's just oh, actually no, I'm sorry. It's 32 seconds.
Is it on YouTube?
Yeah. I'll even show right here. I'll even show that one for the first time.
Do you want to include that in this episode?
Yeah.
We'll take a little gander at it.
You ready? I mean, I'm putting on the screen, and here we go.
Oh, I don't even have it pulled up.
I'll give you time. Give you a second.
The TV promos channel?
Yeah, Suits LA 1X02 promo, Old Man.
Yeah.
You ready? All right.
I'm pulling it up right now. Let me load.
Full screen it.
Bring in a big client.
Which means poaching from do it anyway. Nice. Gotta give the people what they want.
Let's get it on. One of us needs to push him into a corner.
Exactly, call it that.
Suits LA next Sunday on NBC.
What the fuck? What's the point of the promo? I hate it. That was
They did mention the good cop, bad cop, like you had said.
We have 2 back-to-back hookups that they literally make no sense to me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
And they introduce the character from The Office.
There's so much. I hate that promo. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be a hater. I swear I'm not. But I just, what was the point?
I think, of course, they had to have a lesbian kissing scene or 2 girls kissing.
Why?
Of course.
And just to be very, very clear to the audience, I have no problem whatsoever with lesbians or anything. But it felt so shoved down my throat, so forced.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't have a problem with as much either. In public, no. If you do it on your own time, sure. But it feels like nowadays TV shows are pushing out black rights. They're pushing out gay rights. They're putting it all in everything you see these days. And it's like, sure, support it, whatever.
For sure.
But stop putting it in every little thing that's coming out now. It's getting absurd at this point. You might as well make a show surrounded around a black environment. You might as well make a whole show about gay pride, but stop putting it in these random shows. It makes no sense.
Well, like, to me, I don't understand the 2 hookups. I don't. There's no chemistry built between the 2 characters, right? The blonde and the black chick hooking up and kissing never once felt it. They've even met in the episode itself. So what are we doing there? 10 other girl kissing and hooking up. It just feels so forced, and I hate it. And there's so many guest appearances in the next episode. Why? And like if it was just a season premiere, the season trailer, the series trailer, no. Okay, cool. Let's have some guest appearances in each episode. I spotted like 4 or 5 different celebrities in that one promo. I'm like, bro, chill.
And I was very wrong about Victoria Justice. She showed up just one time.
I literally forgot about Victoria Justice. I'm not gonna lie. I forgot. I'm like, she was in the episode, and I. So
yeah, I thought she would be there longer, but I guess not. She's not even in the promo.
She was.
She was?
Yeah, I remember.
Oh, I must have missed it.
All right, so Ginger, final thoughts before we head out.
Final thoughts. Should you watch this show? Be my guest if you're into drama and if you're into the idea of a lawyer show. But personally, I'm not going to watch any more of it besides maybe episode 2. And I think that overall it's just, it's a 5 out of 10. He said 4 out of 10. It's not really worth it. And there's bad reviews on the show already,
which we can react to in another video if we wanted to. But I wouldn't waste my time with this, Cash Nation. I really wouldn't. Don't waste your time. Don't bother. Period. If you want a good lawyer show, Suits. That's just the best way to describe it. Suits. You have good characters, good development, actual charismatic stuff going on. This one, they're trying to be charismatic. They're not. They're trying to have charm. They're not. Writing feels so like boom, 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 boom. And I hate that. I really, really do. So, again, if we get 50 likes on this reaction, episode 2 will drop next week. And as always, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe for more reactions come your way. Peace.